Canada-based Nigerian psychiatrist and APC member, Dr. Abiola Oshodi, joins me now for more on the Ondo election. Dr. Oshodi, thank you for joining us on the news this hour. A lot has been said concerning the Ondo election. The opposition PDP saying not much has happened in the past 8 years under the APC administration in terms of real development, in Ondo. I'm wondering what you consider the main issues ahead of this election and the chances of your party in the midst of what seemed a terrible economic situation.
Thanks for having me in the studio again. Appreciated. Always delighted to join you on issues affecting our fatherland. I think as far as this election is concerned, people will be concerned about critical issues bordering on security, state of the nation, economy, infrastructure, agriculture, especially availability of food and the affordability will be quite critical. And appreciation to our Governor Ayedatiwa, His Excellency, was just approved the minimum wage of 73,000 naira for our workers. And I think, it can still be reviewed upward as time goes on, which will substantially improve the financial capacity of a lot of our people. And our governor was one of the few governors, that, beat the threshold, set by the federal government at about 70,000. Other states have announced better minimum wages, and I'm sure our governor is following that trend. And I'm sure, once he gets elected, that figure will certainly be reviewed upward as well.
Well, by the way, the PDP governorship candidate says he can do better, that if he's elected into office, he will pay 76,000 naira. Do you think that in terms of political experience that the incumbent governor has what it takes to beat his contendant in this regard?
I think the governor, because I watched the debate, it was very cool, very calculative, and he had his facts and figures together, and he was reeling them out. It wasn't trying to play politics, but trying to demonstrate that he will be a very good servant to Ondo State people. And he's been a very, very good servant, a very trustworthy leader. We are not children that can easily be swayed by sweet talks, promising very sweet things, like people will say that some people that cannot cook vegetable, if you ask them to describe how to cook vegetable theoretically, they will look like a fantastic cook. But we know, the kind of vegetable that they've prepared for us in the past. And, talking about the APC, I want us to, Nigerians, we might be missing one fact, that this is not the first time minimum wage will be increased in Nigeria. And many of such minimum wages were increased by previous PDP administration before APC came into power. And as at the last time, even by the time President Tinubu was sworn in, many states had not been implementing the 30,000 minimum wage. And all of a sudden, lots of funds are available to states. Many of them have beat the threshold set by the federal government at 70,000. Ondo State at 73,000. Some states are paying 83, some 80,000, which is quite remarkable. As at the last count, over 20 states have announced their minimum wages.
Absolutely. Dr. Oshodi, we have a very short time, but you talked about the debate. The governor wasn't quite forthcoming when he was accused of receiving 1.2 billion naira security votes. You don't think that was an opportunity for him to come out clear and distinguish himself from the perception that this was free money for governors across board?
Security, I think, is a security issue. I think the governor will be very, very reckless to disclose how much he's getting from the federal government to protect Ondo State. I think the critical question is, are we getting value for money? Is there security in Ondo State relative to other states? Is there peace in Ondo State relative to other states? What are the security index in Ondo State compared to other states? I think these are the critical questions. I come to Ondo State almost every 2 months, and it's one of the states in Nigeria that I visit, and I feel very, very safe. I go on the street, meet people, I, go about my normal duties, without being molested. You can't do that in some other states, which I don't want to mention. I think I support the governor for not being reckless, with such figures, because that can, on its own, cause a lot of insecurity.
A good place to leave it. The election is just in 9 days. I guess we'll all see how it turns out. Dr. Abiola Oshodi, thank you for talking to us.
Thanks so much for having me again.